Hello, everyone. It's Danny Hall with Bella Magazine. We're here at the beautiful Star Shop Studio, for our Bella Live segment. We're here with the multi-talented Kerry Rhodes.
Oh, I like that.
Welcome.
Pleasure.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Ken, there's a lot to jump through, and we're going to kind of get through it all from an 8-year fantastic football career to actor, producer. I saw the trailer for the great film here, Tragedy Girls, and
What do you think?
I thought it was amazing. I mean, someone who has a 14-year-old starting high school, I felt it was right on.
Right up your alley then, huh?
100%. Had me intrigued. I can't wait to get in there and actually see the whole film, so it's going to be great.
Yeah.
What inspired you to get involved and partake in this project?
Well, for me, number one, I mean, I'm a horror enthusiast anyway. I've always been that way. I mean, as a kid, I started out early with the Nightmare on Elm Streets and the Friday the 13th and the Halloweens, like all those iconic old school horror films. Like I was always into those, Hellraiser, stuff like that. So, I mean, I've always been into it. And when this project came on the table for me and I saw it, I was intrigued, number one, just by the name. The name was catchy, it was cool. I was like, okay, I get that. But when I read the original script, it wasn't ready. But I knew the capabilities could have been, it could be a really good project. So set it aside for a little while and brought on Tyler McIntyre, who was our director, and Chris, they came on board, Chris Lee, they came on board and did the rewrite and made it to where it was something that was really, really good. So I was like, let's do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, did you have a preference over producing or acting? Is there kind of being the same at both? I mean, was there any?
No, I mean, the producing part for myself was always kind of there. The opportunity was there because of football, because of me having success in my first field of work and being able to have a little financial freedom to do the things that I wanted to do or the things I was passionate about. So that was always there. But the acting part is what I want to do. I mean, I want to do that also. I'm going to do both, but acting's the one thing that I'm still really diving into. I've been auditioning and doing the whole thing, and so that's hard, very hard. You can go into a project and do really well as an actor, and just not get the part because you don't fit the description of the character. So it's just it's a lot of things like that come into play. But for me, I mean, I'm just overall with the entertainment business and the film business, I've always been a fan and always wanted to do it. So
yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. And so if you can give us a little bit of what the film really is about and what people can expect.
Well, I mean, I think it's been talked about by so many different people now, but like we discussed earlier with Variety, I mean, they were saying it's about two high school students, pretty much best friends that go into this, go about life a little bit different than other high school students do. I mean, I think they're going into a world where, you know, their friendship is this big thing. Right. This is the real story. Their friendship is here, right? This is the main thing. But they're also trying to be famous and more liked in their high school world and in their world in general, which I think a lot of people can relate to. I think that's one of the main stories of this. When you get into it, the meat and potatoes of it. I mean, it's really just this friendship about two girls that are trying to be bigger than what they are.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in ways they are big. I mean, Alexandra Shipp, who's one of our main girls, and Brianna, they have this great chemistry on camera too that makes it really believable and really fun. And when you dive into it, it's going to be like one of those things where you're like, okay, I get it. I mean, I don't get the killing part, but I get the part where they can do all this other stuff to get to that point. So you'll get it.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You can see that, and then you see it kind of takes that turn where it goes a little bit, and then, but very relatable. I think it's going to be a hit. I'm really excited for that.
Thank you.
Now that's releasing on 10/20, right? So that's going to be
10/20. Yeah, 10/20. We're opened up here in New York at AMC Empire 25, and in LA we're opening up at the Grove, which are two great locations and places to go see it.
Absolutely. So that's TragedyGirls.com, right? They can take a look, buy some tickets there, take a look at things, and that's super excited for that.
Yeah.
To jump around now, obviously you had an amazing career, 8 years, 5 years with the Jets, 3 years Arizona. Do you think, has the football career helped you at all prepare for this, or is there any similarities that you?
Yeah, the football world, it helps because, I mean, for me, you have this itinerary for life, right? You have this schedule that's set forth for you, and you just kind of check your boxes off as the day goes by, right? And you kind of work toward this goal or this thing that you've set in front of your life to just kind of follow. It's like a blueprint, right? I think for me, being in that world and having to do that stuff on a continuous basis, I developed this thing where I can go into another world or something that I'm interested in, and kind of follow that same blueprint. And just so, like, I mean, you gotta go in and you train, you gotta eat right, you gotta do all these things to be a professional football player. Yeah. And in the acting world, producing world, you gotta do the same thing. You have to go into a thing where you have this thing laid out in front of you, a method of action that you have to take, and I do that. I mean, for me, I've always been a hard worker, and in this world, I probably double that. I probably double it because it's so hard and it's a little foreign to me. Even though I've always been involved in it and always wanted to be a part of it, it's still a little foreign. So I'm learning on the fly. So as much knowledge as I can, I try to accumulate and just work hard at it. But I mean, the parallels are there because of that. But it's also a different thing where you can be doing those things in football where you study, you meet your goals of what you want to weigh, your weights, how much you want to run this day, how much you want to study to be the best football player you can. And in this world, you can do the same thing. You can go to all the classes, you can go to the dialect coaches, you can go to all these things and go in and give a great performance in an audition and still not get the role. So it's that thing where it's like, wait, I just did everything right, and you tell me I'm not good enough. So it's like, so it's been an ego slap a little bit in some instances, but it's good. It's been great.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And you're doing great. I mean, so you're doing great at both. I mean, to have both of these careers, it's obviously fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't choose an easy one.
I
went from football to this thing that nobody can do in the whole world. So I mean, I think I'm very ambitious, to say the least, right? I think I'm very ambitious, but I mean, it's been great. I mean, it's something that I want to do, and I know I want to do it from the beginning. So, yeah.
And so, what would be good advice you would pass on to some young folks out there that maybe don't have the same ambition as you, but just kind of need some direction? Like I said, my daughter, I'm trying to push her out to do some things now. But what advice do you give? You know, football or acting, all of it. I mean,
don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. Yeah. For me, I left the game on my own terms. I could have played a couple more years of football, and I had people inside in that football circle, that world, saying I should have played and I was making a big mistake. But for me, I knew what I wanted to do. When I originally started playing football, I said I was going to play 4 years and be done. I ended up signing like a big deal that I had to honor, which is part of why I stayed as long as I did. But I've always had ambitions of being the next Will Smith. Yeah. So I've always had this thing. So I've always tried to work towards it, and just don't listen to people. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of negative people in the world that tell you you can't do something, but if you have it in your heart to go attack something, attack a goal, you go attack that goal and have fun doing it. So that's
love that. Sure. That's fantastic. Yeah. No, that's great. Now, your wife, Nikki, is in the film as well.
She is.
In the film, so
she
that's
is.
great.
She is.
And I work with my wife as well, so I kind of know how that works a little bit. And how's that working out?
Any good stuff? Any good stuff comes from
it? Right? No, that's great. Babe, if you're watching, I love it, and I would never change a thing.
There you go.
No, it really is. I mean, there's a lot of perks to it, and people ask us all the time, how do you do that? And you make it work. I mean, we have 3 kids, and same with you guys. I mean, how do you do that? I mean, is it...
Well, for us, I mean, we normally want to. I mean, if she's working on the project, that there's a role that she thinks I could be interested in, or a role that I may fit that bill, she'll let me know about it, and we'll try to make it happen. I mean, she did the same for me. We shot a Hallmark movie together called Valentine's Again that we shot in Bulgaria. That was a part for me in there. She was the lead, and it was a part for me to play one of the guys that she was dating in that movie, and I was very happy to do that. So I mean, it's been reciprocated on both ends. So if there's something that's out there that we could work on together, we always try to make it happen.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. That's really great.
Yeah.
Now, I know, and a real positive as well too, you have the Rhodes Foundation.
Yes.
Right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I started it, in 2005. It was just an initiative for me to give back. I've always wanted to give back and be that guy. So as soon as I hopped on board and got to the league, I was like, I'm going to do it right away. The initiative has changed over the years. I mean, when I first started, it was education. getting kids to college, scholarships to college, and I did that a couple of times. And in the initiative change, I really started getting into a little healthy phase of my life. And with obesity being such a big deal and a huge disease, because it's a disease right now in America, that I wanted to get back with that. So I kind of teamed up with this organization called Now Let's Get Fit to go around and start giving healthy seminars and healthy fun days for kids to come out and parents to come out, because if the parents come out, they're going to bring the kids out.
That's
so
right.
try to get the parents involved and come out and make it happen. So I mean, the initiative it's been widespread and it's been different, but the common goal is always just to help people if I can, and that's what it is.
That's right. Well, all of it sounds great, and anything relating to kids and giving back, it's obviously
Absolutely
fantastic. So that's great, and we'd love to. Where can they get more information on the foundation for that?
Well, you just go to kerryrhodes.com.
Yes. Right? Okay,
Yeah,
perfect. And that's all there. That's fantastic. At Bella, we basically have just a kind of a random question too. Our tagline, I always like to ask, but our tagline is "Beauty defined by you." And
beauty defined by me.
And that's
it me?
That's you.
I can put it on myself. Okay. Beauty defined by me.
So, and we always, that's what the pages of Bella exemplifies, all beauty, all things beauty. So how would you define beauty?
How would I define beauty? I think beauty is just being, like I said, being content with who you are. I mean, there's beauty in everybody. There's beauty in every living soul on this earth. So you find that, tap into that. Don't conform yourself to what beauty has been portrayed on the world level, but whatever you have in yourself that you find beautiful, make that shine. And if you make that shine, you'll see it.
Yeah,
that's
amazing. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it all here first.
You heard it here first.
Heard it all here first.
Bella TV.
Bella TV. Definitely appreciate it. I mean, keep you posted, keep you updated. Thank you so much for being here. We're looking forward to everything.
It's been great. Yeah.
TragedyGirls.com.
Go see Tragedy Girls. Is that right?
That's it.
That's how you do it? That's how you pitch it? Go see Tragedy Girls.
10/20/17. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, brother.
Awesome.
Thank you.